Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog farmhouseonboone.com, and today I have a very fun and exciting video to share with you. It is finally time to swap out the spring and summer clothes for the winter clothes. Now, I don't like to do this too early. I actually just did the kids a couple days ago, doing mine today, because it is just now securely in the season where it's warm all the time. We're not gonna have any random cold days. It is officially time for the warm clothes. And so every season, I like to organize my armoire because if you follow me, you know, I have half of an armoire for my clothes, and that is the way I like it. I like to stay minimal and decluttered and only keep what I like to wear. And we also don't have closets in our farmhouse. And so what I do is I take the winter clothes and I put them in the bottom drawer and then put all of the summer clothes in the drawers that are more accessible, and vice versa whenever it is summer and winter. So let's go upstairs and get working on that. Now, the reason I'm recording this downstairs is Daniel's asleep up there, and so I can't talk to the camera without waking him up. So we'll go up, we'll organize, we'll come back down, and I'm gonna show you my summer uniform and share a special announcement with you. So you will see with my method of organization, I make a couple of piles. One pile is the get rid of pile. Usually these items are things that I acquired somehow over the season, whether they were gifts or I bought them thinking they would work, and then finding out that I actually never liked how they fit. I get rid of these things ruthlessly. If I didn't wear it last winter, there's no way it's gonna be something that I'm going to want to wear next winter. I also get rid of anything that has any stains, or if I got paint on it or something like that. It's time for me to get rid of all of that stuff. Also, I had a few pairs of jeans that didn't fit. And then I make piles of the things that I want to keep. I organize it by sweaters, jeans, short sleeves, tank tops, so that I can put things that are summer related in the top part of the armoire. Things like jeans, I don't wear those all summer. Now they're upstairs, they're not in the basement, so I can still get them in case I would want to wear jeans, but for the most part, once it's hot, I do not like to wear jeans. Okay, now I'm gonna share with you my summer uniform and why I chose the pieces I did, where I got them. Some of them are just from last year, and the direction that my spring and summer wardrobe is going to take this year. Okay, first up on the list is this comfy dress. I love having comfy dresses like this. They feel like pajamas, and what happens with something like this is I end up wearing it about 5 times more than I wear anything else in my wardrobe, because it basically feels like you're wearing pajamas all day, but you look put together. I actually found this one at Nordstrom Rack. I did some searching online, and I never had shopped at Nordstrom Rack before, but I believe I was searching for wrap dress, and I got on a wrap dress there, and then it had so many recommendations, and I realized that every dress was very inexpensive. I thought I liked, at least by looking at it on the website, how it fit. And so I picked up a lot of things this year from there, and I think my summer wardrobe is complete. I like the length of this dress because it's high-low and it's just really comfortable and flowy. I like how it overlaps here. I like the sleeves. All right, you think we should pause and talk about the announcement? It's become extremely obvious by now that we are expecting our 7th child. We kept this on the DL for a really long time, In fact, at the time that this video comes out, am 19 weeks pregnant. So through the first trimester, through the hardest parts of it, and a lot of you have been suspecting for a little bit with my videos, I normally have my apron up high, and we just kept it our little secret for a while. So now that I'm halfway through and very obviously showing, no longer gonna be able to hide that. Now I do plan to share a little bit more about the pregnancy and a recap of the first trimester at the end of this video, but for now, let's go into the rest of my summer uniform. Now, if you're a little discouraged because you wanted to see what I bought this year and you aren't pregnant this year and you don't think these will work for you, none of the dresses that I picked out are actually maternity. I really like to buy things that will fit and work for any season of life. And so none of these are maternity, but they all do work for maternity and after as well. So these can work for you too, even if you're not pregnant. This next one on the list is also from Nordstrom Rack. It is a wrap dress. It is not usually the style or color that I choose. Normally I'm one to choose pretty much all neutrals. If you looked at my clothing together in a pile, it all kind of matches. But I love the fit of a wrap dress, and this one's just so flowy and light. It's not long, but it's also not short. That was a major consideration this time around because I get really bad varicose veins and I just don't love them. And so I don't like anything short. In general, I don't like anything above the knee. And these high-low dresses that are a little bit longer in the back and shorter in the front are perfect because they're light for summer, yet I'm not showing off too much leg or my lovely varicose veins. All right, the next dress I'm gonna talk about on my list was from last year, and I kept it around last year, but I never loved something about it. I do not like dresses that you have to wear a special bra for. They need straps because I'm not trying to wear anything special or a strapless. And so this dress I almost got rid of the other day because it's very awkward in how it lays. It lays okay. I just hate the straps, and I feel like up here, I wish that the straps were placed differently. And it also just isn't long enough. But then I decided that instead what I could do, and I haven't done it yet, my plan is to do it today or tomorrow so I can include it on this video. But I will show you what my plan is for this dress right now. So currently I just have it tucked in the top part. But what I'm going to do is cut this elastic, the skinny elastic off up here. I'm going to add some nice wide elastic, and I'm gonna make it to where it cinches at the waist, and then I will wear it with a tucked in, I found this flutter sleeve shirt over at Target yesterday for this particular purpose. I've never done an outfit like this in maternity, but I actually really like it. I love flowy skirts. It obviously looks ridiculous with it bunched up under here, but I think it'll look really nice once I have fixed it up to be a skirt shirt combo. I could also wear it with a tank top or anything that I could tuck in and pull this up. All right, the next one on my list is this maxi striped. It's kind of a blue, white, and very tiny red stripe. Actually, when I saw it on the website, I thought it was just gray, but it actually, if you can't tell here, it does have some stripes to it. I love it. It's the most comfortable dress. It doesn't fit, what's the word? It's not like tight or anything like that. It's very flowy. It's high-waisted, which is perfect for me at this time. It's not good for nursing, so if you're still nursing or you're nursing a little one, I wouldn't recommend it, but it's got the 3 tiers at the bottom. It has sleeves, but not too long of sleeves, so I'm not super hot in the summer, but also no bra concerns. Good to go with that. Also, I will link all of these dresses that are new this season in the description box below. Some of them that aren't new this season won't be available, but this one is, so it possibly should be. I don't really know how Nordstrom Rack works, but it's probably still available because I picked it up recently. Okay, this next one on the list was another one I found on Nordstrom Rack. I try to make things one-stop shops. I'm not a huge shopper, so when I saw several cute dresses, I thought this will be my way to get my entire wardrobe all picked out in about 20 minutes. And that's what I'm gonna do. I'm probably not gonna do any more shopping this whole summer. I like to just have my favorite dresses, wear them over and over again. So with this particular dress, I got one in my usual size and one in one size up. And I had to give the smaller size to my sister because it fit very funny with the bump, because again, it's not maternity, in my usual size. So I will say, if you are pregnant and you get a dress like this, if it's available, I'll link it. But if you do, don't go your usual size because there's an awkward seam that doesn't work. But in the size up, I really like it. I don't think I'll wear this as much as my two really comfortable dresses because it's heavier. It's not super heavy, but it's heavy enough that when it's 90 degrees and I'm just trying to get stuff done around the house, I won't want to wear it, but it will be a nice dress for going to the store or going out with friends or going to church, anything like that. Okay, this next one, you might remember this. I made this dress as a tutorial for my YouTube channel and blog when I was pregnant with Daniel. It's good whether you're pregnant or not, but if you are, it's just so flowy and it's loose and it's got all the criteria. Now I do wish I had made the straps a little bit larger, but I could still do that. I probably just won't, and I'll just wear it just like this. It's long, it's light, and stretchy, so I love it. Now I'm a very, very bad fashion blogger. That's why I'm not a fashion blogger. I actually never really thought to share videos like this, but whenever I do, you all ask me to do it again. So I'll share if you think this is helpful, but unfortunately there is no source for this dress. This dress I found at a local antique shop. It is from the 70s. It is very clearly, if you look inside the hems and seams, it is handmade by someone long ago, and it hits perfectly. I actually picked it up in the winter before I was pregnant and before it was warm enough to wear something like this, but it works great and it's cute. And my friend actually told me that she thinks it looks like it's straight out of Anthropologie. So maybe you could find something similar at Anthropologie, but I actually did just find this little number at an antique shop. It's not really an everyday dress. It's very well made, so it's heavy and lined and nice, but I still just had to have it. I picked up two of these, I believe last year or the year before at Target, so I don't think they're available anymore. And they're really not my favorite for this season of life because as I get bigger, it's just going to get shorter, and I already am self-conscious about my legs, so these will probably just be dresses that I wear when I'm at home with an apron, but they are comfortable and they really are cute and they fit nicely. So these will be in my collection. All right, that is all I'm gonna share with you for now. There are a few more dresses that I'm going to keep, but that really don't fit great this summer, but will probably fit wonderfully next summer, that I'll probably just tuck away in the bottom drawer of my armoire for then. I love the concept of a capsule or uniform, as some people like to call it. I've been doing it for a long time. It's just what is so much easier. You find that you can look put together really easily if you only keep things that you love. Now, it is sometimes hard to think, will I still want this next year? But I can tell you that when I haven't worn things for at least a year, I never again find them to be something I want to wear. It either wasn't flattering or for whatever reason, it never did work, but it's such a nice piece, so it's hard to get rid of. I do find that it's so much easier to be put together whenever I part with those things, donate them, give them to somebody who it does fit better and that can actually put it to good use. And so that is what I love to do, just have my top favorite things, maybe it's 5 to 10, and just wear them out through the season. But I'm also not a huge clothes person, and so whatever minimal effort I can put forth to look decent is usually my goal. So that is why I do something like this. All right, now let's talk a bit about the first trimester of pregnancy. I'm kind of rolling together a few video ideas in one, I realized, but I had this video on my plan and realized that it wasn't gonna work if I didn't finally come out with the pregnancy news, because it has become very obvious. So if you're interested in hearing a little bit about the first trimester pregnancy, you can keep listening. Otherwise, you can jump off. So this first trimester was a little bit different than all of my other ones. In my others, I always felt really nauseated, but I never actually threw up. And this time I did, all the way until about 16 weeks, probably only 5 or 6 times, but that's a first for me. Never happened before. And I still felt the nausea the whole time, but to actually vomit was very different for me and not my favorite thing. So for all of you who go through that, I know my younger sister with her pregnancies, it was constant all day, every day. And I can't even imagine, because just the few times that I did, I was such a baby about it. I hate feeling like that. But I also did feel nausea pretty much around the clock for the first 5, I would say from 5 weeks through 14, and then even a little bit past that. Some common questions that I get with my other pregnancies that I got with my other pregnancies are, will you find out the gender? And we won't. We found out with our first 2, we didn't find out with the other 4, and I really love that surprise. I love going into labor not knowing what I'm having, and so we'll continue to do that. We are planning to have another home birth. I have my last 4 with midwives, and this one will be the same. Lord willing, everything goes well. That is what we will do. We had Daniel here in this farmhouse, and the few before him in the last one. So that is the plan again. As far as due dates, I am due at the end of October. So this little one will be right at 2 years apart from Daniel. Daniel was born in October of 2019, and this one will be October of 2021. Another thing that was pretty different about this first trimester is with my other kids, I felt like during it, I could always only eat certain things, or otherwise I felt really nauseous. But this time, I felt nauseous no matter what, but I could eat whatever I wanted. I could still eat eggs and salad and all of those things that normally I couldn't. Now, there were definitely times where I couldn't. There were times whenever I just ate a certain something, but it didn't define the entire first trimester, which in past pregnancies, it did. And maybe I'm just less able to go get things that I want, and so that could possibly be it. And I just realized that I actually could eat those things. Possibly that, but I do feel like the cravings for certain something were stronger in the other pregnancies and didn't actually happen with this one, and I haven't had any cravings or nausea since I'm past that point, thankfully. All right, well, the first trimester was pretty uneventful. I'm now a few weeks, maybe, well, no, 4, 5 weeks, something like that, into my second trimester, and it is all the usual ways that a second trimester feels. The energy is back, the nausea is gone, so I'm happy and it's smooth sailing, and I plan to just keep bringing you all the regular content all summer long, and hopefully I will end the fall by giving you a good birth story to listen to. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this video and supporting and following along with our family and our journey here in our 1860s farmhouse as we restore it and turn this little property into a homestead. If you are brand new, please hit that subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every single week on food from scratch, natural living in a handmade home. About twice a year, I make a fashion video, or lack thereof, my idea of fashion and minimal fashion, so you could also follow along with that. Thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.